At Kaipra Books, we believe that scary stories are the best stories for Christmas time. If you agree, join me. This is Natalis Obscura, a little show I created based upon the German tradition of Advent calendar from the 1st to the 24th of December. So every day you get to open a door and find a surprise. In this case, a tiny, scary, uncanny, dark humid, and so many other unsettling genre in a tiny little story. I wrote them myself. I hope you enjoy. If you like this idea, open the door. Her almond-shaped eyes, her long, delicate fingers, her soft skin, and the sweet scent of her hair. Always with me, my Valentina. My mother was an acrobat. Valentina said suddenly as we drove towards the circus. She had asked me to take her. I know it's an unusual Christmas gift, she said, but it matters to me. I smiled, pleasantly surprised. An acrobat? You never told me that. So you grew up in a circus? Sort of. I didn't spend much time with my mother. She tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. The gesture she always made when sadness slipped through the cracks. Are you sure you want to go? We could go home, watch a movie, I need to go. She cut in, her voice suddenly cold. I want to go, she added, softer. Though the sadness lingered behind her eyes. So I agreed. Snow began to fall just as I parked, coating the ground like cotton candy. Distracted by the weather, I didn't notice when Valentina left the car. I found her standing at the entrance, staring at a poster. I touched her shoulder. She didn't react. Then I turned to see what held her captive. A portrait of a magician. Brown hair slicked to the side, a full, perfectly groomed mustache. A velvet suit straight out of the 19th century. Handsome, elegant. His green eyes glimmered with a secret. Smoke, deep red, rose from the top hat in his hand. Valentina squeezed my hand, then let go, walked straight into the tent, and sat in the very front row. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Circo Tramonto. I have to admit, I enjoyed the show. I laughed, gasped, felt like a kid again. Maybe this wasn't such a strange Christmas date after all. The tent filled with red vapor. The light went out, and the magician materialized in the arena. The crowd erupted as if a rock star had appeared. I have never heard of him, was baffled by his fame. Cosmo's illusions were terrifyingly precise. It read the minds of strangers, floated above our heads, and even resurrected a dove. And now, children of all age, your attention, please. His tenor voice echoed. For my most daring trick, I need a volunteer. Hands shut up. Dozens of them. But his assistant walked straight to Valentina. I watched her step onto the stage. I watched them place her inside a sarcophagus whose carved face resembled her disturbingly well. I watched Cosmos cover it with his cape, and a burst of blinding light swallowed her whole. The audience froze, suspended between awe and terror. The flames rose too fast, far too fast. The last thing I remember is being thrown back, wrapped in flames that did not burn, flames cold as death. A woman stood before me, blindfolded, dressed in shredded cotton. She held my fiancé by the hair. Valentina's eyes were white, like a corpse's. Her lips shaped my name, bleeding. Later at the hospital, they told me I had hit my head in a crowded shopping mall. They'd never heard of a woman with me named Valentina, and after frantic calls, I learned no one had. Not even her parents. As if she had never been born. For days, I searched old albums for her face. What she should be, there was only a dark blur. In our apartment, the frames where her portraits hung blackened from within, like charred paper. Dirty and delirious, I now roam the streets. At every corner, a doorway between worlds flickers, and through it I see her white, lifeless eyes. Demons mock me from the edges of vision, waiting for me to break. Every time I glimpse her, she is limp, blood dripping slowly down her face. Her tangled hair is dull and matted. Her lips form my name. I run toward her, and she dissolves into smoke. I wander now in search of a circus of horrors, repeating her name like a charm. Against madness, I will keep the memory of you. until I find you, even if it cost me my life. Valentina. I love the circus. I wrote an entire novel that happens in a circus, about a circus, and I really wanted to do more. I hope you enjoyed this weird, we can say this is weird, tale about a fiancé searching for a woman that vanished. Maybe I should write more about Valentina and what happened to her. But think about that. You come back tomorrow for the next.